Wizard Arena is a standalone card game for 2 or more players. Inside the box, you'll find 2 power decks, 2 spell decks, and the rules. Everything you need to start dueling right away. You can also add additional boxes to expand the game and unlock multiplayer battles with 3 or more players. In Wizard Arena, you take on the role of a magic user, using your power and spell casting to engage other players in battle. Your power deck contains 29 cards numbered 1 through 6. Some are bonus cards that deal extra damage when you win the round. Others are modifiers that can raise or lower your power level. During your turn, you must draw a power card. Play then passes clockwise, and each player draws a card on their turn. Players continue drawing in this order until they choose to stand. Building up your power is a push-your-luck draw mechanic similar to blackjack. Your goal is to get as close to 12 as possible. Hitting exactly 12 scores a critical hit, which immediately deals 1 damage to the other players. But going over 12 is an overcharge. You lose the round and take 4 damage at the end of it. Your spell deck contains 24 cards. It includes 11 different spells with unique effects. Each spell card shows its name, effect, and spell type. When you cast a spell, read it aloud. Drawing power cards is always free, but drawing and casting spell cards drains your life force because your spell deck is also your life total. Every point of damage burns away a spell. Strategic spellcasting is the key to victory, and spending life at the right moment can be worth the cost. Now, let's play a sample game where everything will make even more sense. Take any shuffled power deck and draw 1 card each. If you draw a modifier, you may draw again. The player with the highest number goes first and chooses their magic faction: fire, ice, feast, or famine. Each faction plays differently. Fire is fast and aggressive, dealing damage from the very first turn. Ice is patient and healing-focused. You must take damage before you can restore it. Feast is about self-preservation and clever timing with tricks that turn the tide. Famine can unleash huge bursts of damage when its spells are cast at the perfect moment. Then, going clockwise around the table, the other players pick their factions according to their seating positions. You have the highest number and choose the fire faction. Shuffle and cut your cards, then place your power deck on your left and your spell deck on your right. A round in Wizard Arena takes place in 3 phases. Phase 1. Power Up. Players take turns drawing power cards and casting spells. Phase 2. Final Casting. After all players have finished drawing power cards, each player gets 1 last chance to cast spells. Phase 3. Damage Calculation. Players compare their power levels and deal damage equal to the difference in power levels. At the start of the match, each player draws 3 spells, the maximum hand size. At the start of every new round, you may draw spells until you have 3 cards again, but this is optional. You start the game. You must draw at least 1 power card during your turn, but you can cast as many spells as you want. You can cast spells either before or after you draw your power card. Spells that allow you to draw power cards count toward the 1 required draw. You have an enchantment spell called Fireball, and you read it aloud. During this match, deal 1 point of critical hit damage to your enemies whenever you cast an incantation spell. Enchantment spells persist through the entire match, and their effects can trigger at any time. Place it above your area near the center of the table, where it will remain for the rest of the match. You draw a power card. It's a 3. Then you pass. Ice draws a 3 and passes. You draw a 1. Ice draws a 6. You draw a 4, bringing your total to 8, and you pass. Ice draws a 4, which would overcharge them, and they must cast a spell that can save them, or they're done for the round. So they cast a spell called Thaw, which says, discard the lowest numbered power card you have in play, or heal 2 life. Spell cards go into the player's casting area after they're played. Discarded power cards go into the player's burn pile. Ice discards their 3, bringing their total to 10. Then they pass their turn. You cast your spell Burn, which says, draw a power card. You can play it or discard it to deal 1 damage to your enemies. You draw a 5, which would overcharge you, so you put it into your burn pile and deal 1 damage. Damage is taken by discarding cards off the top of your spell deck and placing them face up into your crypt. Since that spell allowed you to draw a power card, it counts as your one required draw for the turn, so you pass. Ice has a total of 10 and cannot risk overcharging, so they have to declare they stand, and they turn their last power card 45 degrees to show it. You draw a 3 and have a power level of 11. You have no spells to cast, so you stand and end the power-up phase. The final casting phase begins. Ice takes their turn, but has no spells to cast, so they pass. Then the damage phase begins. You have the highest power level of 11, and subtract Ice's 10, and you deal 1 basic damage. Everyone scoops up their power cards and puts them into their burn piles. Spells that were cast during the round then go on top of each player's crypt. Then round 2 begins. Ice goes first this time, as the turn order goes clockwise around the table. They draw 1 new spell to fill their hand and cast a summoning spell called Blizzard, which lets them draw 2 power cards and heal 2 life if they total 6 or more. It's a summoning spell type, which is self-healing or life-regenerating, so it goes on the bottom of the player's spell deck after it's cast. Ice then draws a 2 and a 5, totaling 7, so they heal 2 life. When healing life, take cards from the top of your crypt and place them face down underneath your spell deck. Ice then passes. You draw 2 new spells to refill your hand, and then draw a 2 bonus damage card, which can deal 2 extra damage if you win the round. You pass. Ice draws a 3 and passes. You draw a 6 and pass. Ice chooses to stand with 10. You draw a +2 modifier, which is optional, giving you a power level of either 8 or 10. You keep the modifier raised for now. Then you draw a 5, which would overcharge you, so you must reverse it or lose the round. You cast Fireproof, which says, discard the highest numbered power card you have in play, then put this on the bottom of your spell deck after casting. The Fire deck has no healing spells, but it does have more regenerating spells than other factions to make up for it. Fireproof is an incantation spell, so it triggers your enchantment and immediately deals 1 point of damage. You discard your 6 and draw a 3, then apply your +2 modifier to score a critical hit, which immediately deals 1 point of critical damage. Critical damage can come from your deck or your hand, so Ice discards a spell from their hand. You fan out your cards to show the critical hit and stand on 12. The final casting phase begins. Ice casts Storm, which lets them draw a power card and either play it or discard it to heal or deal damage. They draw a 4 and discard it to heal 2 life, then pass. You pass, and the damage phase begins. You win the round with a critical hit, so Ice takes 2 basic damage plus 2 bonus damage from your card. The round ends, and you can see how a match eventually comes to a close. The match ends the moment a player puts the last card from their spell deck into the crypt, whether it happens during a round, from a critical hit, or from the effect of a spell. Determine the final winner and ranking by counting the remaining cards in the other player's spell decks. Cards left in your hand don't count toward your score, so if possible, try to cast any healing or regenerating spells before the match comes to a close. Now it's time to step into the arena and begin your first match. Wizard Arena is quick to learn, fast to play, and full of dramatic moments. Each faction offers new strategies, new synergies, and new ways to win. No 2 matches ever feel the same. It's a perfect fit for game nights, quick duels, and anyone who enjoys tactical card battles.